Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a bit of a Halloween special. It's Yak.
And Trace.
And today we're going to be playing, well, we're going to be watching me watch a really old recording of me playing Death Smiles. A game that I really like, but I'm really shit at.
I think we recorded this last summer?
Probably. It was when I still had my 360 around. I mean, I still do, it's just not on me, on my person. But anyways, Death Smiles is a Halloween-themed shoot-'em-up game by renowned shoot-'em-up company Cave, who I'm really only majorly familiar with because I play a shitload of Neptunia games, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah, in fact, the only reason that I even remembered this recording is because I asked you what the hell was Cave, because people kept talking about the Cave games in reference to, you know, as opposed to Toho, and I had no idea what they were talking
Honestly,
about.
I think Cave is better designed as a shoot-'em-up game, but Toho has better music, or at least I like Toho music more. That's personal opinion, however, talking. So anyways, yeah, you're not going to see any 1cc's or anything good. You're just going to see me fuck around with this game, like... It's going to be a terrible run, by the way. I, like, continue multiple times because I'm shit. Shoot-'em-up games are one of those genres of games where it's like, I've always wanted to be better, but I just don't have the time. Mostly because I get addicted to the next JRPG that comes out.
You mean like Super Smash Brothers?
That used to be the case, not anymore. Because Super Smash Brothers has now... Because I play traditional 2D one-on-one fighting games more often nowadays. Smash Brothers has become a game where it's just... It doesn't click in my head very well anymore. Like, I keep thinking, oh man, I'll just wait for a couple of seconds to wake up so that they can't get me. Oh wait, no, I'm vulnerable on the ground. Shit, I should have ukemi'd.
Yeah, it's either that or I just don't like dealing with some of our more competitive players.
Oh man, some of them are
Nothing
assholes,
personal,
unfortunately.
you know. But anyways, so there's this tutorial,
Yeah.
right?
It's the basics.
Creating-
Unlike most 2D shoot-'em-ups, you can actually turn around, and depending on which button you're pressing, like on the bottom right there, you will either fire left or right. And well, what's showing right now is the power-up mode, where it's telling you how to get really high scores. Get your E-penis up there.
See, now, that was actually something I liked. No, E-penis, no, that's not what I'm talking about. But the turning around and shooting back and forth, I mean, I've played side-scrolling games like this before, like at the arcade and...
Okay, so I'm not so at the very least
know,
before...
on the internet.
So
I'm just saying, like, that's an interesting feature, you know, shooting back
Yeah,
and
well,
forth
I was actually going to say something. Apparently, I'm not being a pussy, and I'm actually going to, at the very least, be level 3, not level 999. Because another thing about this game is that you can actually select your difficulty for a stage. I think I'm playing the Black Label version of the game, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to play as Alice. Yeah, that's who I'm playing as, Alice, who I think is the best character in the game.
Huh.
I like her just simply because I just like having twin options. So yeah, we're in the forest area. I don't know why I'm here. Oh wait, I'm saving the port town for later. Because the port town has a very easy life up to get. Oh yeah, another weird thing about this game is that your lives are replaced by a health bar. Like in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see, you know, like the green bar. Yeah, that's my health bar. It's still technically lives, but weirdly enough, if you touch damage results in you losing only half a life. So it's...
I think whenever I watch you play this game, I question every stage, and especially these like floating land things. That really freak me the hell out.
Yeah, like, again, this is a horror thing. We're being pretty spoopy here. I mean, not as spoopy as, say, maybe Five Nights at Freddy's spoopy, but we're being pretty spoopy.
Spooky skeleton.
And shivers down your spine. Well, anyways, yeah, here's the first boss we've encountered, and it's a tree.
This, you know, I gotta say, I mean, because we played the other one as well, I forget, is it the sequel? It's Christmas
Yeah, the
theme?
sequel.
But, I gotta say, this guy right here was, like, the least of my worries when it came to, like, am I having a mental breakdown, or am I actually watching a video game?
Well, it's possible that it's
really
both.
freaky
Possible
shit.
that it's both. So yeah, I've just lost a life there. That'll be the first of many. See? Second one, it dominoes.
Yeah, it happens to... That's the thing about these kind of games, right? Once you start to get hit, kind of it's a downward
Yeah.
lose all your confidence.
Yeah, I'm good.
Start to
Again,
sweat.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to die a lot in this game.
Stage clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that you select your next stage, and yeah, that's another thing. You can actually select, along with selecting difficulty, you select the stages. I don't think I mentioned that earlier.
that was another thing I thought was cool about this game was the different paths that you could do.
Yeah. Ultimately, you still have to go through all the stages. Like, you know, it's like Mega Man. You can pick which stage and which order, but ultimately you are going to go through all of them. But hey, you have options.
Right, but you kind of do like a different route, I guess.
Like what?
Kind of like a different, I guess, like a different route, like a order.
Yeah.
I guess.
Generally speaking, I know there's probably a very specific route to get optimal scoring. I don't know it.
You know, for Mega Man.
For Mega Man, I just made shit up on the fly in hopes that it would get me all the items as fast as possible. And it does, usually.
I've watched. Yeah, it usually works because I've seen you do it.
Because unless it's Mega Man X6 or Mega Man X5, because I can generally get most of the items with minimal backtracking. But fuck Mega Man X6. Not as much as Final Fantasy 13, though. Fuck that game even more.
No, to hell with Final Fantasy 13. Maybe one day we'll have, you know, a recording of what little we did at that game. But
No, we will. We will
maybe.
one day, because that's all we're gonna do.
So we're not going to finish
No,
that
fuck
game.
that. Fuck that.
Maybe whenever I'm 40 and I just hate myself, you know? I mean, I already hate myself.
Okay, to give at least some
you know, maybe when
context, to at least make the internet hate us less, we attempted to play through that entire game, and that ended up really badly because we got bored horribly throughout the majority of that game. Like, I think the only parts
Yeah,
we were
you
interested in
can't-
were anything that had to deal with Saz, the black guy.
Right, and then he handed the game off to me for the summer to grind, and I did, you know. I leveled up the characters up to, because, could you explain how messed up the leveling system is in that game?
Maybe we should save that for Final Fantasy 13 probably, because here's Death Smiles, a significantly better game. Shorter too.
Agreed. I love the art style in this game.
It's typical anime, but at the same time, you know what? That's not a bad
It feels,
thing
it
inherently.
feels kind of, whenever you're going through this stage, it feels kind of whimsical, you know?
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to Halloween Town. Halloween Town. Couldn't get more blatant than that shit.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Gallows meat? So yeah, I'm coming here now in order to hopefully get the life and not... Have I continued yet? I wasn't paying attention.
I-
We started talking about a game
I
I
don't
really don't
know.
like.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm kind of mesmerized here. with all the, you know, colors and stuff. You know, I think I remember freaking out about the giant, like, ogre thing here. I was questioning what kind of a world this was supposed to be.
Well, I mean,
It looks normal, but then all of a sudden you got this.
Yeah, so for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much the entirety of the game as is. You've seen pretty much how it goes. But hey, shoot 'em up's not. They're only really the only reason why we're doing this, ladies and gentlemen, is because this game is Halloween themed, and it's near Halloween when we're recording this.
Exactly.
Oh, there I do. There she goes. Pop goes the Alice.
And because it's short, and you know we have a busy schedule, and this is, you know, pretty convenient to do.
This
I
is,
think.
yeah, again, even with all of my deaths, like this didn't last. This is.
I really enjoyed watching this game, I gotta say. I don't know why it is. I'm not usually this engrossed in this kind of stuff.
I guess it's also because
You know,
well, Flash and Pan usually is very pretty.
Yeah, and well, except for the weird 3D, you know, graphics here, that's kind of freaky, like this Grim Reaper guy right here. I've always found that kind of off-putting in anime as well. It's kind of why I can't really enjoy, what was it,
Yeah,
Appleseed,
that's
stuff like that,
an
you know?
entirely different discussion that I'm not entirely sure we're equipped for.
I don't know, it just messes with my eyes, you know.
It's the uncanny valley is what it is.
Yes, exactly.
Regardless, I'm just trying to stay alive from not dying from this creepy thing. And
Yeah!
Not that death is any sort of issue because you have infinite continues in this game.
I guess death isn't gonna be smiling anymore.
Yeah! No, just no, just no.
Yes. Yes.
Well, anyways, I think that's about half the stages in the game. Oh wait, oh, now I remember. I kept picking level 3, and that was a mistake. I'll explain in a little bit, but let's just say I picked level 3 just to at the very least have something interesting to show, even if it was a terrible piece of gameplay, or at least game skill on my part, but at the same time, I really should have remembered what happens if you keep picking level 3.
You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?
A number of times. I hated that game.
This
No,
game?
no, no. Do you know what you've met with a terrible fate comes from?
Yes, yes I do. How would I not know? I played that game. I beat
Isn't
that
that
game.
game-
I got all the masks
That
in
game
that
was
game.
bullshit.
Yeah, especially the thing where you were chasing the butler or whatever the
Oh, no,
detective scrub
no, no,
was.
sorry. I was thinking of a completely different game that was significantly bullshit. No, I love Majora's Mask.
Okay, so did I. I'm just saying there were a couple of the mask challenges.
I was thinking
crap.
of this really
What
old
were you
adventure
talking
game
about?
that was absolute bullshit. It got dark. You tripped over and died. Your adventure has met with a terrible end.
Oh, okay. I was talking about what the Masked Man
Yes.
says in Majora's Mask.
I'm getting my games mixed up. I'm getting old.
Yeah. You're also. Yeah. That's the thing. So that's the end of this level.
Well, there's still the boss. And normally the boss of this level is supposed to... I called her Alice,
Wait,
didn't I?
wait.
Her name's Sakura.
Look,
Why the
look.
fuck did it...
Look
Oh
at
yeah, that's
this.
because I just learned that Alice...
Exposition!
That's because I just learned that Alice was... Speaking of what Alice was the ultimate death persona. Speaking of shadows... Oh, man. Let's not make any references.
I'll face myself.
Well, too late. Oh well, let's beat up a little girl. I feel like a man
Well,
now.
I mean, as long as you're a little girl, it's okay.
Okay.
I feel like, you know. I mean,
Boss HP
feel
goes
like-
down fairly quickly in this game.
it's little girl and little girl violence.
It's okay. Right? What do you mean it's not?
You know, I'm just gonna stop asking, stop worrying, and just enjoy the show for what it is.
A lot of pretty
Violence.
colors, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you play these games.
And violence.
The unfortunate thing about when I play
Lots
these
and
games,
lots of
sometimes my
violence.
brain shuts down while I'm looking at the pretty colors.
Pretty, pretty colors.
Well, that should be stage 4, so...
I like the little slideshows at the end of these stages. It's very anime, you know.
Ah, the Lakeside Village.
I like
Oh,
the background.
crap. Yeah, that's...
Oh, I remember the stage. I don't necessarily remember it because it continues, but I do remember the stage.
No, it's just that... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you might be noticing little yellow cross bullets on the screen. You see that? See that, Trace?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So those are called suicide bullets, and they're
Oh,
around
right.
because I kept picking level 3. If you keep picking level 3, you'll just all of a sudden be jacked up to level 999 for no apparent real reason other than heh fuck you. But essentially,
Hey, yeah, I remember this. You were freaking out because you're like, why? Why is this happening?
it's more like, why did I fucking forget this? Because I knew this was a mechanic, but I'd forgotten it. So anyways, once you get to level 999, the bullet, essentially the game gets harder, but along with that is the creation of suicide bullets. Suicide bullets are basically bullets that spawn whenever you kill an enemy, and they're the little yellow bullets there. And basically they're just another thing for you to dodge, except...
named as such because they make you want to
Well,
off yourself.
well, also there's the fact that your familiars can absorb suicide bullets. This is what makes
I
Alice really,
see.
really powerful, because you see that? She has 2 familiars. So in other words, 2 avenues to absorb bullets from.
Hey, it's that bull.
It's the cow.
Cow
Like,
thing.
it's Mary the cow. That's it. There's no other epithet for her.
Yes, Mary the Cow. Wait, is that really the name?
Was it Mary? Oh goddamn! All I remember is that it was just cow.
I know. Well, I know something else.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, this was fairly
really
spur of the
doesn't like
moment,
you,
and
and it
this was
follows you.
recorded a really long time ago.
I remember having a good time watching that for some reason.
Just it's all a blur to me because I've played this game a number of times and I didn't get any better any time passing. But as a result, just each playthrough is relatively the same, and as a result, you know, you can't remember one playthrough from the other. It's like when I play Mega Man, I can't remember when was the last time I played as X or Zero in X4. Fire levels.
You know what's another great thing about this recording?
What?
I haven't been motivated to drink at all. I'm actually just enjoying this.
Right, you were drinking the last time we recorded something.
Yes, I was.
Oh, there's a life up, I think. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sort of looking at this through somewhat shitty water glass filter stuff.
I can't even. I don't even think I remember being able to see your avatar in this game when this was going on. Whenever you were playing on your TV.
Yeah, it's shoot 'em up games do require a little bit of, you know, good eyes, or at least getting used to a lot of the malarkey that happens on screen.
Or just having a lot of continues.
That too. Though mostly that's just a means for getting better, in the same vein of you make a mistake in a piano piece, but you just go on anyways, so you can practice the rest of it.
Or getting through the game if you know, don't care.
Like the shits. Also, ladies and gentlemen, there is no collision damage in this game. Thank God. Otherwise, this game would be even harder, unnecessarily so.
When you say collision damage, do you mean collision with
the environment? Yeah. Although, like, there isn't even crushing death in this game. If you happen to get caught between the end of the screen and a wall, it will literally just pop you right where there's an open space. Another fun fact about this game is that, well, obviously, as you might imagine from Japan, like, all these shoot-'em-up games were originally in the arcade, right? And so, but because, you know, how arcades sometimes work and you need specific hardware, the games in the arcade would slow down, but when it was ported to Xbox 360, the original, you know, this is what I was playing it on, the originals had no lag, because it was better hardware than what they had in the arcades. Thing is, people complain because it made the game too hard. It's one of the few times I've ever seen people demanding lag and frame drops from a game, rather than desiring even more. Well, I mean, better frame rate. And my co-commentator here is quite enamored by the sight in front of him.
Indeed I am. Ye old Bavarian dragon, the world's most dangerous, endangered species in the world, and you just killed the last one. I hope
I
you're
am.
happy.
I am. That is some good dragon's blood.
My co-commentator is a dangerous man.
I believe dangerous is an understatement. Ah, wunderbar, das Fanfitz. So anyways, now we get a cutscene. Yay! I usually skip this shit, but I couldn't skip it.
Exposition.
Exposition, get it out ASAP. So yeah, basically Sakura's dad fucked the world over and we gotta kill him. Yeah. Awesome.
Fuck that guy.
And his name's Jitterbug. I have
Jitterbug.
I have no idea why his name's Jitterbug, of all goddamn things.
Well, to be fair, this isn't the weirdest thing.
I mean, at least everybody here has relatively plausible names. Sakura, okay, never mind, that's pretty much it.
Well, I mean... oh my god. In the other one, we still have...
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, I'm being
Christmas-themed
somewhat
one.
facetious when I say that. Well, though Windy is not really much of a real name in real life. So yeah, this is actually a bonus stage. I could have skipped this and just gone straight to the final level, but no, I decided to be a man and show my E-penis for some fucking reason. No, actually, I just wanted to show off as much of the game as possible. Look at that slowdown. But yeah, this is the bonus stage. This is where you're supposed to get a shitload of points, or die a shitload, depending on your skill level. Can you guess which one I'm going to be a part of? Hint, hint, wink, wink. It's not the one that is a show-off of a large part of skill. You're right, it's the third option, where I leave and turn the game off. Because fuck this noise sometimes.
What was that about turning the game off?
This game... The bonus level is about as hard as you'd expect it to be, but again, it's one of the best places to get points, aside from the second bonus level, which is an even better point grind. Because, you know, it's sort of like Devil May Cry, where at first you play it to survive, and then you start playing it to just look cool as shit.
Ah, Devil May Cry. Now there's a game we should go over.
In this, for bullet hell games, that's pretty much the case. The first... When you're trying to get good at the game, you're just trying to survive all of the bullet hells, but then eventually you just start getting to the point where you're trying to get as much points as possible. And experimenting and getting reckless.
Do you think that dog was rabid?
That dog? Well, it doesn't matter, it's dead now.
Yes.
Whether or not it was rabid
I suppose.
is only speculation compared to the facts of the matter now in the present.
I mean, it didn't even look like it was hopping towards you. It was just hopping around, enjoying
Well, it
itself.
got in my way, and that's enough cause for death.
You... I hope I never get in your way, yeah.
Sure. Let's hope that. I really like using Sakura. Another reason why I really like using Sakura is because her options, her familiars, her crows, they can be used to basically be placed anywhere in direction and fire aside from, you know, left and right. In this case, like, I mean,
just the fact that she has two familiars in this game is a pretty big advantage.
Yeah, but just being able to angle your shots like that and get multiple avenues to aim is also wildly useful. Like, to be fair, every character in this game has a special ability with their familiars. It's just that, well, Sakura's is just the best.
Compared to hers, they're kind of crap.
Yeah. Well, Fiora, the Dragon Girl, hers deals a shitload of damage. It's just that it's really hard to use at times. Rosa, I believe, deals decent. Windia is the worst one, unfortunately. She's supposed to be the main character. Windia was the red-haired girl in white. And unfortunately, her options aren't the best.
Oh yeah, I remember that girl.
Spiders! Lots of them.
Spooky, spooky spiders.
Arachnophobia. I have no idea where I was going with that. Well, I died again!
Don't worry, folks. He's okay. He's still okay. Still okay.
And I feel fine.
So what's that up in the cage up there?
The boss.
Oh. What's the boss in this again? Is that
Yeah,
a
twin dragons. Or, no, twin worms. They share the same health bar, so
yes.
don't worry about
That's
it.
right, you killed the only last dragon left alive earlier, right? You're worse than that guy in Shadow of Colossus. You don't even have a legitimate reason to kill these things.
Got in my way is enough of a reason for me.
That's not what I'd call a legitimate reason.
It's all in the eye of the beholder.
I think you ought... I don't think that's what that phrase is about either. I think you ought to get some help.
Will that be in my way?
Sure. I guess. I don't know how to answer that.
I'll be good.
I don't believe that, but okay.
So, yeah, actually, you know what? Compared to, like, other bosses in shoot-'em-up games, these bosses die fairly quickly, even compared to, like, other games for that matter. Huh. Well, anyways, that was
And that would be the end of this part.
Will I beat the game? Spoiler warning, yes.
Will it be good? That remains